Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction. Today we are talking the final part 2 of Manchester United Mancity preview match with United fans. Today we have Adam from Australia. Adam, welcome to the show.
Guys.
Vimal, the UK ambassador, welcome to the show.
Hey guys.
And Sammy, the analyst representing Houston Red Army United States. Welcome to the show, Sammy.
Hey guys, thank you for inviting.
No worries, brother. Right, we all know the big games tomorrow. City, okay, did well in Europe. United did well as well with everything depending on one guy doing all the work, but it is what it is. Where do we see ourselves tomorrow? Can Ole outplay Pep? I'm going to start with Sammy. Sammy, it's a big game tomorrow. United are 3 points behind City. Can they close the gap? Can they get a win?
Well, only time will tell if we get a win. But again, given the current circumstances, I'm still kind of, to be honest with you, I'm going to actually predict a draw because given that Ole actually had a really good record against Pep, like he basically beat him like 3 times, and I think the last game was also we actually got a 2-0 win. So given his track record against Pep, I'm still thinking that our team will perform well, even if we know that what happened against Liverpool game, the last
that was a massacre, mate.
Hopefully the Old Trafford crowd wouldn't taste the same thing, like tomorrow. Hopefully it will be a different scenario, but I'm still given the circumstances, and Varane is not starting, so I'm a little skeptical about how the defensive lineup will shape. I mean, Ole mentioned that Lindelof is still not unsure, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna put unfit Lindelof on the field
instead of Bailly.
So
messed up, mate.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna make the same mistake which he did against Leicester by putting on the field. So given everything, I think a draw will be a great result for us, and a win will be a miracle. But I'm not.
Win will be a miracle. Wow, we really have gone low heights.
Not gonna draw.
Right, Adam, big derby game tomorrow. Man United, Man City, Old Trafford. What do you think United could do? Can United get 3 points there, mate?
Well, it depends on the lineup, doesn't it? What he puts out. So, is he going to start with the 5-3-2-1, or is he going to go back to his 4 at the back? So, look, well, United's unbeaten in their last 4 against them. So, they'll be coming. Pep will be a bit wary of that as well. So, it'll be giving him something to think about. City have been leaking goals a little bit, So, they're going to contend with Ronaldo. The other question is, will he start Sancho and Donny? That when they came on for their spell, they did make an impact. They were involved in the goal, and or does he start with Greenwood back on the right? So, look, without a massive amount of confidence, I think we can win the game. We've done it before, and we've thought we're no chance of winning the game. So, I'm going to go into this game confident. I know most people are going to go in confident, but it's our first hit out for our supporters club back at the pub, and I want to see a win. It'd be nice for us. It needs it wasn't the best against Atalanta, but then it was good against Tottenham. So Liverpool's been put in the background now, so we need to move on from that, and the boys don't want another result like that. So I don't know where he's going to go with Maguire, because he has been very poor.
That's an understatement, mate. He needs to be dropped, bro.
That's right. So, but then you bring in Marcus Bai, and then you're going to have Lindelof there. So you can't bring in Tuanzebe or anyone like that. So
Bailly has to start tomorrow.
Sorry?
Bailly has to start.
Oh, he has to start. Yeah, correct. So it'll be at the end of the day, it comes down to Ole and his lineup. So our supporters club's going to go live straight after the lineup comes out. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a very interesting chat. So what this lineup's going to be, I think there's a lot of anticipation what's going to happen in the back line with Varane out for a month. So
ouch, a month. Oh, at least good thing have international break.
International break, is it after this game?
After this game, we're not back to another.
So shit, isn't it? I can't
2 weeks,
international break.
And tell me about it.
Oh, really?
Yes. So you'll be back on the 20-something.
So please, I really hope Ollie puts out a solid side and, and doesn't go with his safety net.
He might rest players for the international break, as he normally does,
Well, Ronaldo was rested
So
for the international
stupid.
break last time. So, yeah, we had a better lineup on the bench than we did on the field. So,
I mean,
who knows? It'll be very interesting getting our lineup this weekend. Well, it's tonight for us.
Vimal, you still standing that no, it's all is done. There's nothing that could be done to change the result coming tomorrow.
To be honest, I still think there's going to be a loss, and I think it's still going to be a rope-a-dope. Where it's going to be a bit of a sparring match for Pep. It's going to be tough. The thing is, with Ollie, he needs to play his best team, and he doesn't do it. And if if Cavani's fit, I would start him up top, and I would go for a 4-4-2 formation. He's if you've got these world-class players at your disposal, why not play them? Why keep going for that safety approach of McFred and a crappy Maguire? But Bailey was amazing the other day. He has got to start.
The performance against Atalanta was out of this world, mate.
Yeah. And I would not start with a back five or a back four. I would probably start with a back three and have two wing backs, and I'd get Tellez there on the left. So I would start Shaw, Bailey, and perhaps
Maguire's the only. I feel Lindelof's out.
Maguire, I would drop Maguire. He needs to learn to improve.
Well, I can tell you now, I had Maguire in my FIFA team, and I dropped him for a couple of games, and he was pissing me off. I dropped him.
Football fantasy.
Solid.
Your football fantasy team?
Yeah, ultimate team on FIFA.
Oh my God, you must have been getting minus points for him.
Yes, I got an ultimate team on FIFA, and I've got all my United players. I can't get the big guns because I can't afford them. And Maguire wasn't playing too good for me, and I dropped him, and he come back, and now he's really good.
Is he really good?
Yeah, he's going right. He's making some. Maybe I've learned how to defend on FIFA now.
Right.
I won't even consider Maguire in my fantasy team. Although I don't play fantasy, but I won't even consider him in my team.
No,
I won't even think about him at all, mate.
Yeah.
Vimal and Bems were on yesterday, and Vimal pulled up a stat which was staggering. You could post it so the guys could read it, but it showed Maguire. Somebody posted something about Maguire, how he came from League One football to come and be Man United's captain. It's okay coming from wherever.
Oh yeah, I've said this a few times on the podcast. It blows me away. He was
the first player to be relegated with two separate teams in the same season. The team he got loaned out to got relegated. His parents' club got relegated the same season. Who does that?
I don't know where it's gone wrong for him because he was good for us last year. He was good. Last season, he was good for us.
I don't know what's gone wrong, mate.
I don't know he's played well in the Euros as well. And, he's just come back and it's just maybe the court case has started up for him again for Greece. I don't know. But, he's miles away from it, isn't it?
His anticipation, the errors, passing back to the guy who's not ready.
There's got to be something behind the scenes going on for him because it blows me away how a bloke can be so good the season before, and people have got short memories. He was good for us last year, and what do you call it? And then Euros he played well, and then all of a sudden it's just all gone from here. And it hasn't just been gradual. It's one of Ollie's signals straight down.
Right.
And he's saying as well that he can't cope with the captaincy anymore. I think he said it's wearing him down.
Well, and there was a error of judgment, especially when it comes to the defensive line. He doesn't actually have any sense how to make the offside trap for the opponent players. And a lot of times we've seen that.
You can't be playing that trap anymore. We're not in the 90s, man.
Yeah, you got to be fast to make that offside trap play. They're very slow. Yeah, I mean,
he's not the quickest player, is he?
He's the slowest.
He's thinking in that way that he's going to put the opponent players in the offside trap. It's not going to work since he's too slow.
Vimal was just saying that he said he's struggling with the captaincy. It's interesting because it's not like he comes out and he's doing the press conferences all the time.
No, he doesn't.
I'm struggling to understand when was the last one
Material. I don't
because
think
he
so.
never does them.
Yeah, he has.
I think
what
with the captaincy, he has to lead the team. He has to
And
be
he's
the leader on the
struggling.
pitch, and
Even
he's
to
not there.
lead
He's
the
far
back
from that.
line is a problem because we don't see that leadership in the back line, as in organizing his back line. None of that. He's always the one being called out. He's like
Who's
he's,
your cap?
he's
Who's
like
your
he's the
captain?
liability at the back.
I mean,
Who's
to
your
be honest
captain
with you,
if Maguire's not?
Yeah, the
Bruno.
only thing he did as a captain is just showing the team how to walk out of the tunnel. That's all he did. He just
leaves the team out.
when they walk out the tunnel. And that's all. When he actually on the field, when we need the captain, I don't think so. He ever stepped up. I feel like Bruno would be a better choice. Now Ronaldo is there, so between Bruno and Ronaldo, somebody should be the captain.
I think if Bruno's going to be the captain, he needs a bit more of a controlled game because I know myself, if I'm playing with a guy and he's turning over as much ball as him and he's having a go at me for turning over the ball, he's going to cop a spray off me in the dressing room, I'll tell you. He just needs a bit more of a controlled game. But I also think he'll thrive on the captaincy as well because he's that type of player.
Yeah, go on, Sammy.
Now, we didn't expect someone with kind of a mentality of Maguire to be the captain who will replace Wayne Rooney. Rooney was literally with an aggressive character. We needed, even if you don't have to be Wayne Rooney or Roy Keane, but you still have to show some intensity, some intense.
I think Maguire is just as bad as Anthony Valencia. They were very poor captains.
Not in our favor. I'll remember that Marshall's red card, which kind of sent him up in the first game, where Maguire literally did not challenge the referee's
He just walked away, mate. He said, "You guys handle it. I'm out of there."
The way captain was. Even if he made a mistake, still you got to take a stand because at that it's your team. It's your player. So
I'll put a prediction to you. Ollie's next captain will probably be Fred.
I won't be surprised.
Or Van de Beek. Never played.
I won't be surprised, mate. I won't be surprised. But Vimal, you do not see a win tomorrow at all. In no shape or form.
No. It's like a master apprentice type of, elite coaching. You've got this man here, rather this side, who's an absolute genius, Pep. And then you've got some effectively like League One type of coach. He's that much of an amateur, and his coaching team are absolute beginners. Learning their trade. I think there's a gulf between these two in terms of their mentality, the tactical nous, and how they deploy their players, how they rotate their squad, how they keep a team motivated. These guys are worlds apart, man.
Will a 3-5-2 work against City or a 4-3-3 against City? What formation can Ole put together to beat City? Sammy.
Okay, so I will definitely ask him stick to the 3-5-2, the back three formation. Seems like it's it's kind of comparatively better than his traditional 4-2-3-1. It's not working. And again, I feel like in 3-5-2, Donny van de Beek would be a good fit. Given that we are not, playing that defensive midfield, I feel like he will be more, better player if we put him in the 3-5-2 formation. And given I don't know how the defense line will set up. Hopefully, if we get Bailly, and I feel like it will be Maguire, Bailly, and Wan-Bissaka. So I guess they should actually go with our back three. So anyway, going back to your question, I think 3-5-2 would be a better formation than 4-2-3-1 against City. To be honest.
Right. Adam, what formation? The 4-3-2-1, the 4-3-3, the 3-5-2. What formation can defeat City, or is no formation would not even work? It's just we're not going to be able to beat City regardless of what formation we play out.
I think we can beat City. I think we can beat them. If Crystal Palace can beat them, we can beat them.
It's at Old Trafford.
It's got to turn around sooner or later.
Yeah.
We don't tend to do well at Old Trafford.
I don't think John Stones hasn't been playing well. So, in the backs, they've got to contain Ronaldo. At the end of the day, we've got this man named Ronaldo, and I was frothing over him the other day on the podcast, and I just can't see anyone stopping him. He's just unbelievable. And I'm without massive amount of confidence, we can definitely beat them. I'm certain Ollie will go back to his notes last year, and that's without that's without a doubt, because that's the
And Luke
that's the
Shaw
type
has
of
to be
manager
the
he
same
is,
player.
and he will go with something similar to last season. So
Wow.
and I just hopefully we just press play and we've got a result.
Are those
So-
are those notes stored on his iPad somewhere?
That's a copy and paste.
But it could be on his kid's iPad or something. I don't know, but it's for me. It could be anything. The lineup could be anything, and you don't know. Like, you've come from Tottenham, then you've watched Atalanta, who aren't a weak side, but then we're a poor. And I think, look, he'll start with Maguire. I don't think he'll drop Maguire because he'll want to try.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has what it takes to drop Maguire. He's not that
Yeah.
guy. He
Doesn't.
just doesn't
He
have
won't do
what
it.
it takes.
And those are
Yeah.
the reasons he loses,
Turkey,
because he
yeah.
makes
that-
bad
yeah.
decisions.
His bad decisions are going to cost him his job, and
Yeah.
but then they haven't cost him his job just yet. So will he see Christmas or will he see the end of the year? That's the question that
Ben
everyone's
said
asking
he'll be
each
there
other.
till next.
So,
He'll be there till May. Ben
Yeah.
said United
so-
will not sack this guy, even if we lose tomorrow.
Yeah,
He
we
won't
don't
be
that's
sacked.
right. So
Yeah.
But just
Ollie will
imagine
live and
this,
die
though.
by his decisions.
What if it's a 5-0 tomorrow then? Do you think they might reconsider sacking him?
Think about it. In the 3 games, 1-1, drew 1, lost 1. Say he loses tomorrow, they'll still say, it's not too bad. He didn't lose all 3 games. No, we give him another 3 more games.
But Liverpool 5-0, City 5-0, Leicester 4-2.
Yeah.
I mean, that's quite shocking, no?
Yeah, that's
If
picking
this
up
is the
15,
benchmark
14
of
goals.
sacking him, then,
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's all down to this
Yeah.
lineup tomorrow. You can go on
Yeah.
and on about it.
Right.
It's all down to this lineup.
What will City bring to the table tomorrow, Adam?
Oh shit. Yeah, it's scary to think what and they're all fully fit too, at City. But it's a funny one because, like I said before, we're going in there. What is it? 3 games unbeaten, and every time we thought we'd lose to them, we seem to be able to pull something out of the hat against them. McTominay. It'll be McTominay. Fred McTominay scored, a couple of crackers the last time.
yeah, that's
and-
like every time finish.
That's it, yeah. But it doesn't matter. They're still bagging the goals in those games. So, and they got the result. So, I think we need to go in as fans confident in this game as much as a lot of people want Ollie out. Look, City's gonna come at us. We know how City plays. They're got a player named De Bruyne. How are they gonna control him? He's got a great shot. De Gea, had a bit of I wouldn't say a massive blunder, but it wasn't
Against
good
Atalanta. Yeah.
against Atalanta. So hopefully he's back on, because him and Ronaldo are really the only 2 that have been keeping us in games.
Yeah.
And then they go into a game without a forward, but they seem to be able to come out in Champions League and win against Club Brugge 4-1. So they're going to come out and take it to us straight away. So they're definitely not going to take the foot off the pedal. That's for sure. So it could either be a good result or a very scary result for United.
Sammy, what are City bringing?
Well, definitely. I mean, it's kind of no-brainer. They're gonna boss the midfield. They have Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, and like Grealish. What do you think? That's where actually the game would be very. That's the main crucial point of the game. That how the City is gonna control the midfield and how we can break their attack. And that's where the Fred and McTominay will be very crucial. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot of confidence on them that they will be able to soak up the pressure, which City will definitely.
There's
fight on.
Foden. There's
We have
Jesus.
we have De Bruyne, we have De Bruyne, and we have Jesus. We have Bernardo Silva. We have Foden. So. Honestly, I mean, De Gea will definitely have a very busy game tomorrow. That's for sure. Again, what Adam said, it could be a good result for us. It could be a terrible result. We might actually end up losing that game 4-0, 5-0. And if that's not the benchmark for sacking Oli, I don't know what it will be. But going back to your point, and obviously City will be playing high pressing. They'll try to bosses on the midfield, and obviously they lost the game against Crystal Palace. They lost points, so they will definitely try to get back to the winning momentum in Premier League. So, and what could be the better platform for them rather beating
Old Trafford.
Old Trafford. So definitely they will come at us with all guns blazing tomorrow.
Vimal,
Yes, sir.
what do you think City are going to bring to Old Trafford? They're going to sit back. I mean, this is a team that Sterling can't even get into at the moment, can't he?
Yeah, and he would be in our team probably, first choice on that wing.
100%.
Perhaps,
Wan-Bissaka's going to have him in his pocket, mate.
As
Yeah.
usual, yeah.
Yeah.
But he won't be playing.
Have you
He's not been playing this season, has he?
Sterling is going to come up in the start.
No. Have you heard death by 1,000 cuts?
Oh,
in City's case, it'll be like death by 1,000 passes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what they do. They'll pass you to death. They'll tie you down so much, keep the ball, toy with you, make you run in circles, that our team will just get
Clip
tired.
this. I want you to clip it.
Yeah, death by 1,000 passes.
That should be the title for your
McTominay is going to just play those
for your YouTube.
training session with them.
I think there was a time when we played Barcelona under Pep, and they had something like 963 passes, and we had 300.
It was the
3 times as many passes,
Champions
almost 1,000 passes. We could not get the ball. They just would not let us have it. And I've got a feeling that's what's going to happen tomorrow. And all we're going to do is we're going to be chasing shadows. We're going to try and nick the ball off them, and we're going to just hope that Ronaldo is going to have the pace and Rashford, and we're just going to hoof the ball
you
up.
get get the ball behind the
So-
defense.
Yeah. So Ollie's plan A: soak up the pressure as
Hit
much
them
as
on a- hit
possible.
them on
Try
a
and
break.
nick the ball, and boot it up to Rashford. That's plan A. What's plan B?
The same
thing,
plan B,
right?
The same.
Same thing.
And technically, Fred and McTominay will run like a headless chickens, trying to get the ball.
Should Matic
Yeah.
play this game? Adam, should Matic be brought in for this game?
Yeah. Well, Pogba's out, so
Yeah.
these decisions. Why are these decisions so hard? Like you can imagine it with Ollie, Yeah, can Matic play a full 90 minutes? And he can't. So, so he's going to start with McFred. There's no question about it. He's going to start. He's going to start with McFred, and then he might bring him in to shore it up towards the end of the game if the results close. Well, it won't even matter if the results close. He'll still bring him in. So we're going to have a habit of doing that. We took Varane off midweek, and we decided to bring, Mason Greenwood in. So you don't know what's going to happen. You can't even predict it. You don't know what's going to happen. It's one of those things with Ollie, isn't it? Like everyone would have thought, when Varane went off, we're bringing in another defender. We're bringing Telles in, and Shaw would shuffle into the middle. But no, we bring Greenwood in, and we go back to the old way. So I don't know what I can give you. It's so hard to predict, and Matic may come in, but he won't last 90 minutes. And then the next minute, that 1,000 passes turns into 2,000 passes.
You know what's worth trying? It's worth trying Telles and Sancho on those sort of fullback right wing type of positions.
Yeah,
Give that a try.
Actually,
because they've got the pace and they've got the skill.
but that's if you play 5 at the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're 5-3.
The 3-5-2 formation.
Oh,
I would try
3-5-2.
Telles and
yeah, that's
Sancho.
what I mean, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Luke Shaw has been playing well against City. If you check the track record, especially last season, he's been phenomenal, especially against City. So I don't know.
That's a lot of attacking fire back on the bench, isn't it? If you play your 3-5-2-1 again.
All right. Chris, welcome to the show, mate.
How's everyone doing?
Not too
Good,
bad.
mate.
Chris, meet Adam from Australia. Adam, meet Chris. Chris is in the UK. Vimal, you've met
How you
Chris
doing,
in the
Adam?
past.
Good, mate. Good.
Sammy, you
Hey,
met
Chris.
Chris. Chris meets
Chris,
Sammy.
long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Chris, we're talking about the preview for the game tomorrow against Man City. We've
Yeah.
just asked the guys. We're going to ask you the same question. is there a way for United to beat Chris? I said to beat Chris, sorry, to beat City.
Ollie's already got you rattled.
Indeed. Yeah, there's a way for them to beat City, but not under the coach that we have under right now, not under the management that we have now. It's just, I don't trust them at all. Like I've mentioned to Tim, I'm surprised that he's still around. He lost 5-0 against Liverpool. How is he still in the job? Doesn't make any sense at all to me. But then again, it's the fact that he's a Manchester United child. So he's got, they can give him 1,000 chances. He can keep making mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and he's still there. Which, again, it's to the detriment of the club, doesn't it? Like the other day, somebody sent a message in a group saying Real Madrid have 13 European Cups, Man United have 3. It's things like that, and then you have, which is compounded by the fact that the fans was always singing his name. There's not, okay, I get it, what Solskjaer did in the past, but I mean, we have to move on. He's not the right guy. He's not the right man to take Man United to where they should be. Man United at the moment, they're the laughing stock of the world when it comes to big clubs. It's disgraceful, personally, for me. What I'm saying, right?
So you don't see a way past City tomorrow.
I think that no, I don't see a way past. I think it's going to be a tight game. The City will probably end up winning 2-1. But the question is Solskjaer still going to be there after the international
break? Because after tomorrow's international break.
Yeah. Based on what we've seen so far, I think he will likely be. But I don't think he'll be there by Christmas. I don't think he'll be there by Christmas because you know he's gonna mess up. You know that Man United will lose a couple more games.
We've got Chelsea coming after international break.
Yeah. They'll lose a couple more games, and by then the leaders will be on at least a dozen points more than Man United at the moment. Well, how many points are they off the top team at the moment? The team?
City on 22, United on 17. No, City on Chelsea 25. We're 8 points behind Chelsea.
Yeah, there you go. That's 8 points now. By the time it gets to Christmas, it's going to increase by at least 4 points. We have to be realistic about that. So, for me, I'll be extremely shocked if he's still around by Christmas. I think he's need to go around that period, maybe a couple of weeks before.
Right. What formation what formation are you expecting tomorrow? 3-5-2, 4-3-3?
He's gonna play the coward formation, isn't it? The 3-5-3-2 formation that he plays. They've got the players to play that system, but it doesn't complement the players that they have in the squad. They have a lot of attacking players, Man United. They have so many attacking players, and with Solskjaer, he's confused. You sign a 70 million guy, you don't even play him. You've been chasing him for 2 years. He ends up playing him on the left. He hasn't played him on the right all this season. So what was the point of signing him? This doesn't make any sense. The Van der Beek situation is probably the most bizarre situation I've come across when it comes to the treatment of a Man United player. I mean, the guy is so talented. It doesn't make any sense how he's not playing. This guy was in the he was on the list of Ballon d'Or in 2019. It doesn't make any sense at all to me why he's not playing. Personally, for me, the best system for Man United is 4-3-3. But we know we're not going to see that under Solskjaer. It's going to have to be another coach who comes in to implement this system. Because they've got too many attacking players to be playing 5-3-2. And also when he plays 5-3-2, it's the same players every time. He's always rewarding. He's got favourites. It's very evident. We've seen that. Maguire every week is making mistakes. Every week he's playing. It's not acceptable. Telles doesn't get any games. I don't understand why Diogo Dalot doesn't get any games. Mancity should get a few more games as well. Van der Beek, we know already, doesn't get any games. I don't watch any Man United games as soon as I see McFred in midfield. You can ask Rich. I told Rich. He's in one of our WhatsApp groups. As soon as McFred starts, I'm not watching the game because I've seen it time and time again. It doesn't work.
You haven't watched many games this season then?
No, I haven't watched many games.
That's what I was thinking.
You're trying to kill me. I mean,
He's going to start with McFred as well.
So, right, we're going to go. Adam, predict his score tomorrow. I know you're optimistic today, so let's go with you.
Yeah, I really should be the last one.
You wanna go last?
Break.
I'll go. Look, without confidence, jeez. I'm
Take your
putting
time.
myself. Yeah,
Don't be
take
shy.
my
Take
time. Yeah. Look, the result leads. The result doesn't look good. 3-1. I think City's probably going to do us in, but you know me. I've got to back them to the badge, and and look, I said we've gone the last three. We haven't lost against them, so we just seem to maybe know how to play against teams like this. Liverpool, we struggled against for a while, but City, I think. Vermal kills me with these photos. I think, look, we can do it 2-1. I think we can. We're definitely going to cop a goal, that's for sure. So, look, I think Ronaldo may produce something else. This bloke's just a freak. So, I think Stones is going to struggle with him.
Okay. Sammy, predict his score.
Well, I'm not as optimistic as my friend from Down Under, but I'll definitely predict we will manage a draw. And the reason also, I think I'm kind of with Adam, it seems like Ole actually had a knack of taking upper hand on Pep. It seems like he had a better track record, and I don't know why, but somehow he knows how to tackle Pep's coaching style, his line of play. So I'm predicting that it will be either a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. I feel like Ronaldo will score again tomorrow just to be the savior of Ole's job. But still, the only thing is if we get a draw, I feel like our management will say, oh, okay, we earned 5 points from those 3 games. We're going to keep Ole for a few more weeks, and maybe till end of Christmas. So just to see how things will pan out after the international break, because we have Chelsea and Arsenal games coming. So yeah, but I'm predicting a draw. I mean, that's a very optimistic opinion on my end. Is a draw would be a great result for us given the circumstances we have noticed in the last few weeks.
Wow. Chris, predict his score, mate.
I think it'll be 2-1 to City. It's going to be quite tight because they're not going to want to lose in the manner that they lost against Liverpool. Hence the fact that he's changed the system. He's going to go very defensive. So they'll make it tight at the back. In terms of personnel, I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but my hunch is he's going to go with the same guys he's been playing with most of the time. I think Bailey deserves to start based on his performance in the last game.
Yeah.
Maguire is likely to start, which I'll be against. Personally, for me, he should be dropped. I don't know who's going to play in midfield, whether it's Fred or McFred. If it's McFred, I won't be watching it, as you know already. Yeah. It's likely that he's going to play Ronaldo and Cavani. That's what I'm hearing. So it's going to be 5-3-2. The wing backs, it's probably going to be Wan-Bissaka and Luke Shaw. I think, City will win 2-1. It's going to be tight. I can see Ronaldo scoring again. Whether going down further down the line, what happens with Solskjaer after this result, who knows? I mean, this is Man United. They're a club run by bankers. So these are not football men who run the club. And harm in the club. But let's see what happens, whether he's still going to be around after the game or not. But my hunch is he's because things will get worse the longer he's there. He'll be gone within about a week or two around Christmas. That's what my hunch is.
Right. Vimal, score.
I'll go for the safe option. I think it's going to be a 2-3-1 win to City, and I think if they really wanted to, they can score that fourth. Ronaldo is going to be picking up that consolation goal, and Cavani's going to be doing all the work for him to win that ball back and press from up front. The formation will dictate how badly we lose, or if we do even get a draw, which I very much doubt. But you can't play a possession-based game with City.
No, you can't.
You just can't do it. They're just too good to do to play that type of uh, strategy with them. So you've got to just try and win that ball back. But if you're only going to win it back with McFred, you're just going to give the ball straight back to them because they
Yeah.
don't know how to connect with the rest of the team and
Right.
keep possession. So you've got to get someone like Van de Beek in there. You've got to get someone like Sancho in there who can hold the ball, who can dribble. You pay one half of McFred, and that's probably the most I would do. And I'd probably just pick Fred because
McTominay.
he's a little pit bull. He will tackle. You know, he will get stuck in. He can't do much else with the ball. So get him to break up play and get some more talented people on the ball to try and keep the ball and trying to make a string of passes together. That's the only way you can beat City. And that's the way we beat them last season, is that we soaked the pressure, we nick the ball back, and then we build up a string of passes
Right.
and advance forward. So 3-1, I reckon. But if Ole gets it wrong, which he probably will, then, you know, it could be a total humiliation.
Adam, does Sancho start tomorrow?
Well, it depends on that lineup again. So look, if he
Do
plays
you see him starting? Do you see Ole picking him to start tomorrow? No.
No, I don't see him starting.
Wow.
I don't. If he plays the 5-3-2-1, then he won't start for sure. You know, he may go with Cavani and Ronaldo again, or Ronaldo and Rashford, or because when you play your 3-5-2-1, all your attackers are on the bench. So, and he's definitely not going to drop Sancho into right or left back. That's for sure, or wing back. So that's not going to happen. So
he's not
but
starting.
No, he won't start.
Sammy, Sancho starting?
I don't think so. Sanchez going to start. Again, I feel like when it comes to team selection, Ole will definitely be rigid, and I feel like he has some kind of like I don't know. I mean, it seems like somebody whom we have been looking to recruit for last couple of years, and then after that we are just using that players to on the bench. So I feel like the situation won't change tomorrow. He will pick actually Greenwood over Sancho, and maybe Sancho gets some like 5 to 10 minutes of game time.
That's so sad.
That depends on the game situation.
Right.
Same with the Van de Beek. I'm really like pity for both of them for just like sitting on the bench and not getting enough game time that they should deserve.
There's one interesting thing Ollie always says in his press conference when he gets questioned about the players on the bench. He always talks about the energy at training, or, you know, depending on how well they're training it, you know. So is he saying that players like Donny van der Beek and Sancho don't train well, or
I don't
what?
know.
I just don't get it, because he seems to mention it every single press conference. He never puts a name on it or anything like that, but he always mentions about, you know, some players. Well, he doesn't even actually mention players. He always just says, you know, it depends on their performance at training. So,
well, I don't think so. Van de Beek is not dedicated, because there is a news came out. I saw that video as well. It's right after the Liverpool game. You know, the whole team left. Van de Beek was the only person practicing at Old Trafford with one of the coaching staff. Okay, so he's very dedicated. I don't think so he has any lack of dedication when it comes to showing up in the training session. So whatever Ole said, I don't think so. That's a total lie. He's stubborn.
Ole just saying all that to justify his bad selections at times. I think that's what it is. Chris, Sancho starts tomorrow? No? Yes?
Yeah, I don't see him starting, unfortunately. It's his situation is just it's really, really it's very sad. It's like a Van der Beek 2.0 situation, you could more or less say. I mean, like I said earlier, this is a player that they've pursued for a long, long time. They put a lot of time and effort into one game. Now they purchased him, just hung him out to dry. It doesn't make any sense at all. All that stuff that Social talks about, the trading, to me, it's a load of Cod's wallop, if you ask me. Garbage. You already know that the training there is substandard. So I don't know what he's talking about. He's not even involved in the training. So what exactly is he? What's all this?
I don't know what. Man, there's so much nonsense going on. Vimal, Sancho starts.
I would like to see him start, because that guy can run at players. He's got some skill. He can dribble, and you know he can take City players on, and he should start. And Teller should start. Van der Beek should start, and all these fringe players should start, because the the rest of that midfield, apart from our key players, are not performing as well. So they should start. And it's an interesting point you guys make about training. If I was Tellez or Van de Beek, would I train hard for Ollie when I know I'm not going to get picked?
Exactly.
Can you imagine how demotivated these players are?
Exactly.
It's so sad. So sad. We've got so much skill in that squad, and they never get selected.
We have got an
how would you
awesome
feel?
squad. It just doesn't get
Yeah.
used properly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I've
How
got-
can these players stay motivated? The likes of Chelsea, City, these guys, they've got 25, 26-man squads who are all motivated, all fighting for that first team position. Our
Yeah,
players
this-
don't even get a look in.
No, they don't. This is the thing, because with Solskjaer, he's got so many players to choose from. When it comes to rotations, he has no idea. He has no idea. He's very good at burning out players. He doesn't know how to manage players when it comes to rotation. When it comes to which players should be
Using
playing
the squad.
games at certain times. It's like he has too many options and he doesn't know what to do. And again, this is another flaw to him as a coach, well, as a manager. He's not even a coach, as a manager. Top managers would know when to use certain players at certain times. And also you have to it's about keeping the group together. Don't give a player like 5-10 minutes all the time. Give him at least 20 minutes or something like that. Yeah, Sancho, it looks like Sancho is not going to be playing. He's not going to be starting many games. But don't bring him on for like 5-10 minutes. Give him at least 20 minutes. I mean, what's 5-10 minutes? The guy was playing on Dortmund. Now he's a Man United player. Sancho is a reserve. We have to be honest about that. Sancho is a reserve player. That's what we do. A 70 million player who's been turned into a reserve player. A player who's playing at the elite level at Dortmund. He's just come to Man United now. He's a reserve player. You might as well say he's like one of the youth players because he doesn't play games. What's the point of signing Sancho? It makes no sense. You might as well just have kept him at Dortmund because it's ruining his career.
Wow, that's deep, mate. That is very deep.
Well, that's the honest truth, isn't it? That's the honest truth.
Wow. Do you guys agree with him, Sammy, Adam, Vimo?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
There's so
definitely.
much talent. The biggest problem we've got so much talent in the team. How do you fit them all in? But then we've got a manager that doesn't know how to work the team properly. So, it's a very sad situation. Like I said, before the international break last time, we had a better team on the bench than we did have on the field. So it's unthinkable, and I'm definitely not Ollie out. But either sack him or back him, and I don't even think they're backing him, but they're just keeping him there just for the sake of keeping him there. So it's a bad situation, and it could get horribly wrong tonight for us. It could really get to that stage where where our fans over there are going to start rioting again.
Right.
If we get have another protest, shut the next game down just to get Ollie out.
Right. Sammy, do you agree with Chris's comment, discussions about Sancho? How
Yeah,
bad the
definitely.
situation
I mean,
is?
like we all know that, as well. I think I mentioned it earlier that we have been running for this player for last couple of years to sign him, and then once we got him, then we are just making him warming the bench. He's like totally a reserve player. He played in the elite German Bundesliga league. He's one of the most valuable players from the Dortmund. And then after that, we just got him and I think for last 5 games, I think he got like 30 or 35 minutes of game time. That's not the way you actually try to make a player to fit into the team. I mean, you need to actually, he's a new player. He needs to be acquainted with the United style of play or whatever, the formation all he's coming up with. So, but in that case, if he's just going to come and just stay there, and what help is going to do? Rather, we're just ruining his career. This is the first time Sancho was not called in for the England squad. He was dropped from the England squad, and I'm pretty sure the Ole's team selection should be blamed for. If Southgate won't see him play on the field, how are you going to bring trust on him? So I feel like we're just ruining his career, and because of this nonsense Ole is doing. He didn't even call him for the England squad, which I don't think so. I mean, if I was Sancho, I would definitely get mad at him because I'm not getting any chance and somebody just dropped me from the international squad for nothing.
It's the same thing happening to Van der Beek. Louis van Gaal has not selected Van der Beek. And Van der Beek didn't, even though slightly injured before the Euros, he didn't make the Dutch team because he's not playing. You can only select players who are playing.
The national team will pick you if you're not playing. You don't know about your current condition. So it's shambolic, I mean, it's like beyond frustration right now. How Ole is dealing with Van der Beek and Santos situation for last couple of months.
Vimal, do you agree, Chris?
Yeah, because under this management, if you're not rotating your team and you're not playing the players that you're paying good money for, then what impression does it send to the rest of the world in terms of elite players? They would think, well, why should I go to Man United? I might just get benched. It's just going to ruin my career. I'm going to end my career there. The likes of Telles, who did brilliant in Portugal, Van der Beek in Ajax, Sancho, and there's a host of other players that come to United and their careers going to decline. So this type of setup, this type of rotation or lack of rotation is destroying careers, and it's sending out a message to the world: elite players don't come to United under this management. It's destroying our club. This man here, there, it's destroying our club. He was good as a player, but as a manager, he's an absolute travesty. He's doing so much more damage. In
a few press conferences, not the most, I think a few back, they've asked him about his the players on the bench, especially Van der Beek was being the target of the discussion, and he always says this thing: the players on the bench should be ready when your time is there. You should be ready to come in and perform. I'm thinking, how long are you going to be playing that same tape over and over and over and over and over? Be ready, be ready, be ready, be ready. Really?
Do you know when he wants them to be ready? He wants them to be ready for the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup and all the cup competitions. And what happened at the Carabao Cup? He played his B team, his second team, who hardly play.
Yeah.
And he's expecting them to just go and miraculously perform and beat the opposition. You can't get your B team to play well if they never play.
That's true.
And that's where he's getting it all wrong.
Combination. That's why, I mean, Sancho and Van der Beek. I mean, even Van der Beek been here around for a while. I mean, how long he's been played? It'll be a very easy statistics to come up with, like how many times Van der Beek actually came on field in the starting lineup. Most of the time he usually gets subbed like after 80 minutes. So how are you gonna actually assess a player's performance? I mean, like how we can even put together a statistic if somebody is just given like a 5 to 6 minutes on game time over every game?
I mean, anyway, it is what it is. Whereby you can't even argue. It's just like, because he's going to do what he wants to do. He knows the writers on the wall. He will keep playing what he wants to play. He knows. You think he doesn't hear what the fans say? Of course he hears it, but he drowns it out of it. Yes, don't hear it. I'm sticking to this. Van der Beek, his time will come. Which will be when? We don't know. I don't think Ole even knows when Van der Beek is gonna. I don't think Van der Beek has played 30 games in total in his career for United. I don't think he's played up to 30, including all the 10-5. I don't think he's played up to 30.
Think about him. He played 3 minutes against the Atlanta game. 3 minutes. Last 3 minutes. What I mean? He actually had a shot on target. He also played a crucial role in the build-up that resulted in Ronaldo's goal. So within 3 minutes, okay. So I'm an analyst, as you told me all the time. So I will consider the 3 minutes as the influential factor than Fred and McTominay played for 90 minutes over there. So I mean, now if we don't start the player in the next game, that would be like a huge blunder, or like it's a crime, to be honest with you.
Well, Chris has said once he sees the lineup, McFred, he will be watching EastEnders or Coronation Street instead of watching Man United.
Yeah, there's no way I'll be watching.
Follow the match thread.
Well,
Chris, will you watch if only Fred played or only McTominay played?
Yeah, if only one of them play, yes, I'll watch it.
That's tolerable for you.
The thing is, I don't know about you guys. enduring what I've seen in the last couple of years is too painful. And
So you can tolerate one headless chicken. You can't tolerate two headless chickens.
this is the thing, because when they're midfield, you don't know what they're doing. I don't know what their roles are. I prefer Fred in there than McTominay. McTominay,
Yeah, a lot of people say they still
a lot of
prefer
running
Fred.
around. There's no quality. A lot of running around. A lot of energy.
McTominay really is like
No creativity. I don't see.
Won't get into any top teams the first starting 11.
I don't see what his abilities are. With Fred, I can see it, but he's not holding midfielder. Fred. One thing I'll say about Solskjaer is, to me, he's a wolf in sheep's wool. Solskjaer, I'll say that, because of the way he's been treating a lot of players. He's made a lot of promises to agents and all these players, and he's gone completely against everything that he mentioned to certain agents in regards in relation to certain players. And this is going to be his downfall. And also the fact that he's very, very stubborn. He's very, like, when it comes to, you can see this already. He's always playing, every time it's always McFred. Every time McFred, it's the same. Now that he's gone to back five, it's likely he's going to keep this to the end of the season. And how can Man United be playing back five every week?
At home.
United, we're not Burnley or, I don't know, West Brom. It's not good enough. The Man United should be playing. They should be on the front foot. But Solskjaer is a defensive coach. But a lot of Man United fans, they won't say that. He's a defense. If you look at him, he's actually more defensive than Mourinho. But
The way it's looking, yeah. I started to realize that.
Yeah, the thing is, he's more defensive than Mourinho, but they actually leak more goals. And that's telling you the fact that whatever they're doing in training is not working. There doesn't seem to be any form of strategy, any implementation that goes on during the game. You see every week. Look at the last game in the Champions League. Kamikaze performance. They were just all over the place. You don't know. Well, we could tell already what Ronaldo was putting in an effort. Apart from that, behind Ronaldo, it was disastrous. Midfield was not good. The defense wasn't for Bay. They would have lost that game. It was just very wishy-washy performances, and we've seen this time and time again throughout the season. Time and time. The exceptions were, I didn't watch the Spurs game, but people were telling me they were decent in that game. The exception for me was the Leeds game, but every performance this season has just been a complete and utter disaster. So it's been a waste of time for Man United fans, personally, watching this. I could be doing other stuff, but I've been watching a garbage week in, week out. And these are the value of this squad is worth over 1 billion. And we're watching this garbage every week. Is that really what we want to see? It's not good enough. It's just not good enough. I don't really have any more to say on that. It's very.
I hate
right now.
As we know, there's big Manchester derby tomorrow. It's at home. There's going to be more pressure. He said he wanted the fans. You're going to have 75,000 fans watching him tomorrow. They're going to be, a lot of fans will be skeptical because of what happened to Liverpool, the Liverpool game. Because after Liverpool, we played Spurs. So a lot of fans are going to be worried, like, oh, these are the current league champions. Are we going to get beaten again? But he would defend. There will be a more defensive unit. He will be very tight. That certain players are not going to cross a certain line. They just sit back and, try and frustrate. But City just have that ability to just kind of pick the lock somehow. But we'll just have to wait to see. Well, gentlemen, we have come to the end of the show today. Man United against Man City preview part 2. We had Adam from Australia. Adam, thank you very much, brother.
No problem.
Sammy, I think I'll see you tomorrow at the pub, right?
Yep.
Thank you very much. Chris, thank you for joining us today.
No problems at all, team. Pleasure.
Vimal, thank you very much. The UK crew, thank you very much, both of you. I know it's evening there. Adam, what time is it now for you, Adam, in Australia? What time now?
It's 11:30 tonight.
Dang.
Wow.
No, what time is it currently now?
Oh,
Time for
currently
work.
it's quarter past 6. I'll be at work in about 45 minutes.
Oh wow, that's dedication.
Yeah.
Have you had any?
Lucky where I'm working. It's not far
Have
from
you
home.
slept? Have you had your night sleep already and woken up?
Actually, I was playing FIFA 22 till 12 o'clock to midnight last night, so I've had probably 4 hours sleep, and then the game's on at 11:30 tonight, so I won't be sleeping till probably 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hopefully, you will actually have a good night's sleep. You know.
You try and get some rest.
And my daughter's got
Or maybe
trials for
regardless of
nationals
this
tomorrow,
one.
so
What
I got
you
a
said?
big couple of days.
You said your daughter's doing what tomorrow, mate?
Yeah, she's got a trial for nationals tomorrow for futsal, so
Right,
that's
that's
late
nice.
afternoon. So, and that's about an hour and a bit away from my home. So, I'll might get some sleep through the day.
Well, we wish her all the best. Let us know how it goes. Well,
Trust
gentlemen,
for sure.
it's been an absolute pleasure. Hopefully, hopefully,
Ronaldo.
Come on, United.
come on, Ronaldo. Hopefully, Ronaldo can turn up. But can they get the ball to Ronaldo? They need to get the ball. It's just get the ball to him. It is what it is. He's carrying the club. He's the one leading. That's all he is. He doesn't want to lose. United players also need to chip in. You can't keep leaving everything for 36-year-old. They all have to start to get the act together. Honestly, the season is a long season. We've still got enough 28 games to go. There's Champions League. There's so much football to play. The other players need to raise their games. The problem is, with the tactics given to them, can they raise their games? Only time will tell. An absolute pleasure, guys. Guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably we'll have a post-match after the game, or the post-match will be on Sunday. From us, it's goodbye and good night. See you guys. Cheers.
See ya.
Cheers, guys. There you go. We would love to see that tomorrow. We would need to see that. Probably about
Ronaldo.
2 or 3 times would be great.
Hopefully.
There you go.
All right. See you
Right.
guys.